What's going on, YouTube? We are currently in the process of getting ready for more calves. We spent yesterday afternoon going through some stuff, setting out bump feeders and water tanks and getting some stuff ready. And now we are loading up some water totes and some mineral tub. We're going to take it back to the back there where they like to lounge around and be lazy, because we'll be buying some calves here in the next week or so, and we like to get ready for them so that way we don't just get sprung with them and here we are without nothing ready. So we're going to take some time today, as well as piggyback on what we did yesterday, and get stuff done and ready so that here in the next week or so we'll have a bunch of calves running around and prepare for another season. Tell me how far I gotta go.
Go back. 3 feet. Whoa, about a foot. Oh, that's good.
So we've got the mineral tub and the water tubs loaded. We're gonna be taking it back there, right where them trees are. There's a sinkhole there that the cows like to lounge around in and just hang out while the sun's out, and they like to stay cool down in that area. So we always put water, hay, and mineral and salt blocks and stuff. That way they have, everything they need back there. But while we're in the corn crib over here, we've got these little, I don't even know what you call them. They're hangers of some sort sticking out the back side of the wall there with these studs. And we never could get them off because this crib was always full of corn. So now that it's empty and we're getting ready to pick some more here in the next month or so, we thought we'd go ahead and take them out because we don't do anything with them, and it's less of a chance of the tractor back there hitting them with a tire or something, which we never have, but you never know. So I think the plan is we're going to try to take them out. Whether or not they come out, that's going to be a good question, or whether we're going to have to grind them off. Hope not, but we'll see once we get out to it. I don't know. They haven't been tampered with in 60 years, so there's no telling what it's going to do. Oh, the joys of farming. Right there? I thought you were putting it on the slab. Down a little bit. Come on. All right, pick up. Now tilt it back. There you go. It's easy as that. Thanks, MVS. That's a pretty handy tool. Come on, Bella. Come on, baby. There her he goes. She's gonna go grab one of them bell rings up there. I'm gonna go open that gate right there. I don't know why this phone's staying blurry, but it is. You're just gonna have to bear with me. But that gate right there, we're gonna go open that. We're gonna take it back, all this stuff to the back there, and start getting stuff put together. I think the plan is to put a bale back in the back where we're going, and then right here inside the walkway where they're going to be at when we first get them, because we got the bunks set out there, you can see. We're going to put a bale ring right there so that way they can eat some hay there too. So park here because that gate's going to swing out toward me. And let's go open that gate. You can stay there if you want, or you can come. She's going to come with. Yeah, we rebuilt this walkway too. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that yet. A whole lot better than the way it used to be, I'll tell you that for sure. I hope it holds cattle. Yeah, one thing I don't care too much for is the way we position this gate. We opted to swing it outward instead of inward, so anytime I open this one and want to swing it out, I have to open this too, so that way I can get it to clear against it one another. And I'm gonna have to use both hands because I can't do this one-handed. You guys can see too, this lot that we re-fenced as well, hung a new gate there too. And then that opening there, we'll have to run a string of barbed wire, kind of keep them out of that pasture there, because that fence line there to the road is just T-post and barbed wire. So that's how we carry our hay rings. I'm not sure how everyone else does it, but that's how we do it, and honestly works very well. Ain't that right, Bella? I don't know why you like riding here so much, but you've grown to have a fond appreciation for it. So the plan is to go ahead and set this stuff out, like I said, and get it ready. But we're not going to put no hay out until we know for sure when they're coming. And obviously we're not going to bother putting water out if it's going to sit dormant for a week. But we did have a surprise rain shower last night, which no one really expected. It's been super dry here for about a month or so, I suppose. This whole growing season, I've mentioned it before, this whole growing season has absolutely been phenomenal. We've had perfect amount of rain at the perfect time, and the crops are doing great, which they're all turning now, and in certain places stuff's already getting cut and shelled. So I mean, harvest is here, just not on our farm, but harvest is here, stuff's already turning, and we're pretty much filled out, and it's done growing. But the crops, they're turning off, pretty good. But anyway, we had a surprise rain shower last night. No one expected. Got a half-inch of rain just out of the blue. Cold front moved in, brought a thunderstorm with it, and it was a doozy last night. Nobody expected it, and so it kind of took us all by surprise, and it dumped a half-inch of rain on us. So we're fortunate for that, because we were getting pretty dusty here, and the ground's got a little bit of moisture now, but if it continues to go back to being dry like the way it was, it's not going to last very long at all. So there's your quick weather update on how things are going. We'd had a nice fake fall here in Indiana for a couple weeks, and now we're back to being in the 90s again this week. So that was our fake fall. Now we're back to being summer, and who knows when we'll actually have cooler temperatures here to stay, because Indiana, you get all 4 seasons in one day. It don't matter. You guys heard me mention about this gate here, about how I don't like the fact that you got to open the one to open the other. But I will say, we did position it opposite of how we had the old one. So this gate that I'm opening here, we'd have to open it toward the inside and open it uphill. Well, this new one, we've got it open it on the outside, and we're still going uphill. But if you can tell, we position the pins on the post there, where we can open it all the way and butt it right up against the fence here, like so. And that way, it's out of the way and it's not hanging out there. Cows don't hit it. We don't have to drive a post and leave it sitting in the middle of the field. And it just works out that way. So, I mean, it's give and take, but I think this works out a whole lot better than having to hold it, pick it up the entire time, open it, and leaving it on the inside. So now, when we go to work cattle in here and we try to run them from the walkway out so we can sort them, we'll have to open the gate out this way, obviously, but I think that's going to work better than the way we did it, honestly. So, yeah, a whole lot better. You can see it butts right up against that fence. Works out pretty good, and we put the pins kind of at an angle instead of straight out here or straight out over here. They're kind of at I guess a 45-degree angle instead of a straight 90. Mobile hay machine right there. Makes quick work of moving the redneck hamster wheels. You want to explain to the fine people of the internet what you're doing? Or do you want to give me the honors? Okay. So we're trying to adjust these pins and try to bring this gate over, I guess, to the east a couple inches to clear that gate right there. That's the only downfall of how this fence was built, is having to open that gate to get this one open to swing it this way to rest up against that post. And this was my idea, just as positioning that gate was my idea. So I think I could call myself a genius. I think it's safe to say, if it works. If not, then you don't get to say anything else. It is moving. That ain't far off. I don't look bad. Did you snug the top up? That one right there. Well, it clears down there.
Okay, now bring that one open. Let's see how big of a gap we.
All right.
That other one, they had a big old gap.
You mean like height-wise?
Yeah. So,
I mean, yeah, they're still gonna.
we'll grab it. Do we want to leave it that high whenever we let them out over there to keep them off the pond, or do we need to come back?
Oh, and make them like
Make it
flush.
Give a big enough opening where they won't crowd it.
Is it stronger like that or stronger at an angle?
Not stronger, the pipe. But if they push on that, they may bend that too.
Yeah. Well, what? Be a little bit more of a hassle, but you could set a bale behind it.
Do it like that.
Or yeah, do it.
That may be enough. We may just.
Well, if you do it like that, you could double chain it.
Yeah. Of course.
That might work. That's plenty of room
They
for
don't
them.
usually set this way too long. Just when we first get them, keep them off the old pond. So.
That'll probably work.
But does that need to be raised in here?
Well,
It really ain't much on raising it.
no.
It's just gonna go in. It won't raise it any.
Well, it is about level with that post. with that post. This, nah, I wouldn't worry about it really. I'm so smart. He's gonna go unhook that blade. I'm gonna throw these supplement bags and a couple of these sweet feed bags in the back of the S10 here. And we got buckets over here next to the cattle trailer that we dump our feed in. Obviously, you've seen that before. We're gonna load some in there too. And we're out of ear corn in our cribs. So we've got there are two gravity wagons that we use to pick corn. We've got both of them full that we kept and stored some in the wagons because when we redid the buildings, we needed the corn away from the wall so that way they could put the tin up without the pressure of the corn against the wall and bone it out. So we've got 2 wagon loads of corn left that we need to grind before we start picking this year. So we're gonna have to get our corn out of there in order to grind our feed. So hey, are we taking all 6 of these supplement bags and sweet feed, or are we just doing 3 sweet feed and 6 supplement? Or you're doing all 12 bags?
3 and 3.
Oh, just 3 and 3?
Yeah, half the bag's ready.
Okay, so how many buckets do we need then?
I don't know, I ain't got that for you. Figure how many.
Oh,
How many
okay, good enough.
I was gonna load some buckets up.
First, before this,
Yeah, I'm not exactly how many pounds of grind. I ain't got that for you. Still figuring my head.
okay, you got a calculator.
What?
I said you got a calculator. So this is our bucket storage. You can never have too many buckets. So what I did the other day, these 2 are like little short 3-4 gallon, whatever they are, buckets. They're not 5 gallon. We always like to use 5 gallon, but up all of these up to right here have what I like to call good handles on them with like this plastic on it. I don't know about you, but when you get them buckets full, it's a lot easier on your hands with the plastic on it versus just the bare metal digging into your palm there where your calluses are. That's just me. Call me soft hands or whatever, but that's what I found out. But I mean, there's no sense in going and paying $3 or $4, $5 for a single bucket so you can have a good handle on it. That don't make no sense to me. So we just grin, bear it, move on. But I sorted them out. All of these up to this stack right here have what I like to call the good handles with the plastic on it. And then them are the lesser quality buckets. So there's 131 good ones and like 42 without plastic on the handles. If we feed 10 buckets a day for 2 weeks, because we grind enough for 2 weeks, that's 10 buckets a day, we'd be 9 short. However, when we get closer to selling them, we get up to 12, 14 buckets a day, and that's when you run into, being short on buckets. Up here in this barn, we're gonna have to open the door, but I put a clevis in the hitch. We're gonna have to wrap a chain around it and the tongue of this first wagon here, pull it out, because we can't back up far enough with the row bar on the tractor to get the hitch or the tongue slid onto the hitch there. So we got to pull it out and then hook it up. So it's a little bit of a hassle, but it's honestly the perfect place to fit these wagons, because it's just the right height and width to fit them. You can look and see. It's a tight squeeze on both sides for these things. Yeah, you're gonna. There's a rock there for the tire. Back up a second. That was the rock that I had to move. Wagons don't like to roll over big rocks like that. And if you look, we had to let a little bit of air pressure out of the tires there, just so it'll clear that door frame. So I told you guys wrong. I guess there's a couple boards that fell down on top of that wagon. I did not know that. That's nice. But that one's going to be the one we have to dig out by chain. Because there ain't no way that tractor's going to fit and clear that door frame there. But yeah, I guess that first wagon did fit. Brought a chain out for nothing, but better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But yeah, I mean, obviously you can see we make do with about everything we got. Whether it's ideal or not, we make sure to get our use out of everything. So you may think we're crazy and all we have is old junk. But I tell you what, we're the richest poor farmers you ever did meet. Speaking of poor, there's the other money pit. And my personal money pit is tucked right back there behind it. Now let's see if we can't try to tear something up for the first time this season. We got through this thing, greased it yesterday, lubed the chains up, checked the tires, sprayed all the hinges on the augers, and checked belts, chain tension, checked, make sure the scale still worked. Basically went through it, made sure it was ready to go. So if we missed and looked over something or didn't put something back the right way, we're about to find out real quick. Just like firing up a combine for the first time every season. Don't know unless you start running and hear something wonky. Got the grinder going, put the supplement in. We had to raise the wagon up on blocks in order for the auger to clear for the load auger. We're going to grind 1,500 pounds. That's half a batch in our terms. So you can kind of see the setup we got going. The S10's behind there. We're loading it out a bit. 4,000 on the gravity wagon, 40/20 on the New Holland grinder. That's quite the setup, if I do say so myself. So I think we're going to be about ready to shut the wagon off, quit loading, and we'll be emptying it into the buckets here in the back of this truck, setting them inside the barn. Got the OBS looking mint. Absolutely mint today. Before I was rudely interrupted, I wanted to show you guys the interior. I don't know if you ever went back and watched any of my other videos, but there's the interior of the old girl. In my opinion, she's just as minty on the inside as she is on the outside. I'm pretty partial to this truck. I like her a little bit. And that's Dad's rig. That 6.4 don't even have 100,000 miles on it yet. Mine does, unfortunately. But you would never be able to tell it just by looking at it. Well, guys, I think that about sums it up. We're going to get ready to call it quits. A little bit early here for what was a pretty productive weekend, nonetheless. We went to an auction yesterday. I don't know if I said that earlier, but went to an auction for a friend of ours who passed away, who used to be a John Deere mechanic. Got a lot of good stuff that's going to be really beneficial to us here on the farm. So looking forward to that. But no, I think we are about where we need to be in terms of getting ready for cattle. Once we find out exactly when they're going to arrive, we just need to put some hay out and fill up the rest of our water so that way it's not sitting out stagnant. And yeah, just making sure that everything's good to go and that they have a nice welcoming home to come to for the next, you know, however many months we have them. So that's exciting. I know that if you keep up with the cattle markets, it's a seller's market. It really is. Cattle prices are absolutely outrageous right now and through the roof. And it's going to take quite a bit of money, you know, to buy cattle back. But it is what it is, guys. I mean, it's just part of farming. We could buy them at an all-time high and then the market crash and we lose, you know, however much money. I mean, it's just the way it is. But the market could keep climbing and we could make even more. That's just the risk you take. And, you know, cattle and crops, that's how we run our operation here. So what do you do, guys? Nobody's going to give them away for free. At least I wouldn't, and I'm sure no one else really wants to. There's money to be made in cattle if you play your numbers right and you're smart about it. Definitely money to be made. So nice little, we adapted our water tank setup this year. Nice little cam lock fitting on the end there, so that way we can hook it right up to the bottom of the tank. We got a pallet or a bale carrier on the back of the 4020 to spear these pallets and then carry water back to the back that I showed you guys earlier for the cows. It's a nice little setup, works like a charm. This is a 250-gallon tank. We did have a 300-gallon. That was a little bit much. So we're hoping the 250 is a little bit nicer to the tractor. I just don't want to break nothing. And there's 250 gallons worth of capacity back there anyway. So I'm hoping this works out a whole lot better. Look forward to all that. So, and then we get cows going. Then it's going to be harvest time. We're going to have to get the corn picker out, get everything greased, ready to go. Get the neighbor, our friend of ours, combine down here so he can open up our field, show what we need to show, and then we're going to pick the rest of it. So if you guys are interested in that, which sounds like you are, because my last ear corn video that I did of us picking corn, one of my most viewed videos of all time. So you guys seem to like that. So stay on the lookout for that. I'm not going to say anything official yet, but there might be a very special, important guest come to the channel that a lot of you know and a lot of you are familiar with his content. But that's all I'm going to say about it. We're in the works of trying to get something to line up for him to come and be here while we're in the field doing that. So keep your eyes open, and if the closer it gets and the more I can confirm things, then I'll put that out there. But until then, keep your eyes open. It's going to be fun times. So I'm anxious for harvest, and that's my favorite time of year. Hate for it to be over by the time it's done, but this year it'll be all right, because after that, my whole life's going to change because I'm going to be a married man. So joys of growing up, but I can't complain, because when you're with the one you love, it makes it all worthwhile. But listen at me getting all mushy. Now, that ain't who I am, y'all. That ain't, no. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. So, with that being said, guys, I want to wrap things up, and I'm going to get ready to go in for the night. So, keep between the lines. Stay safe, guys. God bless you. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps me out. So, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.